The Peterson family seemed like they had it all. Karen, 35, and David, 37, had worked hard to build a comfortable life for themselves and their 12-year-old twins, Ava and Jake.
Their suburban home was spacious, cozy, and filled with laughter. Karen was a successful real estate agent, while David ran his own tech company. They were the picture of happiness, and a lot of that was thanks to their trusted live-in nanny, Emily. At 24, Emily had been with the Petersons for 3 years, practically a member of the family. She helped with everything, from cooking to taking the kids to their various activities. Ava and Jake adored her, and Karen and David valued her presence. Life was good, or so it seemed. One warm June morning, the Petersons were getting ready for a much-needed vacation in the Bahamas. After months of planning, the day had finally arrived. Karen was buzzing with excitement as she packed the last of her essentials. David was on the phone, finalizing some last-minute details with his office, while the twins were in their rooms, trying to decide which toy to play with. "Are you sure you'll be okay with the kids for a week, Emily?" Karen asked, glancing at the young nanny who was tidying up the kitchen. "Absolutely, Mrs. Peterson," Emily replied with a bright smile. "We'll be fine. You two deserve this break." Karen smiled back, feeling a wave of gratitude. "Thank you, Emily. We trust you completely." The Petersons left later that afternoon, waving goodbye to their home and Emily, unaware of the storm brewing beneath the surface. Emily had always been good at keeping secrets, but the one she was hiding now was darker than any she'd kept before. She had debts, big ones. And with no way to pay them off, she had started eyeing the Petersons' wealth. She knew there was a safe in the office where they kept cash and valuables. She also knew something else. Jake had once sneaked into that very safe to buy video games online and then bragged about it at school. No one outside the family knew about the incident, and Emily planned to use this knowledge to her advantage. A few days after the Petersons left, Emily made her move. Late one night, after the twins were asleep, she crept into the office. Her hands trembled as she keyed in the code she'd seen Karen use countless times. The safe clicked open, revealing stacks of crisp bills. Emily quickly grabbed $50,000 and stashed it away in her room. Her heart pounded in her chest, but she couldn't help the small, victorious smile that crept onto her face. No one would suspect her. Jake would take the fall, after all, he'd done it before. The days passed uneventfully. Emily carried on as if nothing had happened, her demeanor calm and collected. The twins were none the wiser, spending their days playing video games and swimming in the backyard pool. But inside, Emily was a bundle of nerves, waiting for the other shoe to drop. When Karen and David returned from their trip, they were relaxed and tan, full of stories about their adventures. They spent the next day catching up with the kids and getting back into the rhythm of daily life. It wasn't until the second day back that Karen noticed something was wrong. "David," she called from the office, her voice trembling slightly. "Can you come here for a minute?" David hurried over, sensing the urgency in her tone. Karen was standing in front of the open safe, her face pale. "The money. It's gone." "What?" David frowned, moving closer to inspect the safe. Sure enough, a large sum of cash was missing. How could this happen? They quickly called Emily and the twins into the living room, where the tension was palpable. Emily kept her expression neutral, but her mind was racing. This was it, the moment she'd been waiting for.